channel. It's your girl, Ayanna Renee. Hope you guys are doing good. Sorry I've been gone a while. I feel like I say the same thing, but Zeus is gonna keep working. So if y'all hear him, I'm sorry. He's just gonna keep working because he wants to get out of his cage. So in today's video, I just want to talk about pretty much being stuck and pretty much questioning where you're at. So for those of you who don't know, I am a single mother. I am 27 years old and I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. I recently moved to Georgia. I now live with my father, me and my son, and it has been interesting. Nothing bad, but just journey, just a journey. Like, I've literally had to start all over. Sorry if y'all see me looking to the side. I have to keep up with the time, and you're gonna hear Zeus in the back. I love that for me. So far it's been 3 months, and job. Sorry y'all. So I'm currently working. I'm just doing like customer service right now, cashier work, but I'm trying to get back into like call centers, pretty much that type of environment, because it's a little bit more, well, it's a lot more money, and it's a pace that I would prefer to be in, especially now. But I'm very grateful for what I am in, because it was a journey, y'all. So some things I wanted to touch on was just like, don't be afraid to reset or restart if you have to. I know it's hard because, you know, we see on social media, or we see like our peers and our friends and stuff excel and be further than what we are. And it can be a little discouraging. Even if you are in a good place, but you just don't see the progression in which you thought you would have, don't give up and don't get discouraged. For me, I'm a planner, but I'm also an overthinker. And I get discouraged very fast. So as quick as I can uplift myself, I can bring myself down. I'm sure y'all heard me say that 1,000 times. And I get very easily distracted. So it's like, if it's out of sight, it's kind of out of mind. So like I told myself for this year of when I turned 27, I wanted to really focus on becoming stable. That's a big thing, because when we look at what just happened for these past 2 years, it was a shock to our systems. I feel like I was not prepared to, very blessed and grateful to have maintained a job. Hold on, y'all. The pandemic, well, still happening. During the, shutdown moments, I was grateful enough to work remote. But it was also very taxing. It was strenuous. Like, my mental health was not doing the greatest. So, unfortunately, with a series of events, I had resigned from that position. And I just kind of felt lost. Like, it just felt like, yeah, I had family there and, people there that was, support system in the best way they could be, but it was just tricky. So now with being in a new state, pretty much starting a new chapter, it's like, this has really shown me that I have to trust in the process and be patient. Trust in the process and be patient and stop comparing. That's really something I really want to hone in on. Don't compare yourself. I know everyone comes on here and says it. I know we know not to do it technically, but we still do. Your journey, your path is going to be catered to you. We don't know what that person had to do to get to where they're at. You don't know what that person had to sacrifice or stop being to get to where they're at. And you always want to be authentic to self. You don't want to change who you are to fit in the mold of someone else, because that's not the mold meant for you. And that's not me just telling y'all that. That's literally something I had to understand and believe in on my own. So even down to like when you lose relationships, platonic or romantic, don't take it as like, oh, they were liars, they were users. Just say, for the person you were becoming, they couldn't come with you, and vice versa. I've now, looking back on my life, I do see where I made some mistakes and where I could have been better with being a person and serving other people and just trying to be in a better space. But I think it's a part of the journey, and I think it's a part of the process. So definitely don't be discouraged if your timeline's a little off. Like, who cares is what I'm learning. Sometimes we go out of order. Sometimes we kind of go backwards. Some people choose the education route. Some people choose the career route. Some people choose the family route. So it just depends on what it is for you. Some people go down a rabbit hole and don't expect their life to turn that way. So, I mean, just give yourself grace. Give yourself love. Don't be so crucial and like negative to yourself the best way you can. I mean, I know we get trapped in our thoughts and we get down in the dumps sometimes, but definitely don't let it discourage you forever, because it's very temporary. Whatever you're going through now, sorry y'all, whatever you're going through now is very temporary. You will come out in a way better. Just don't stress as much as you can. Try not to stress. And I know that's easier said than done, but something we gotta just try to do. So some things I said I wanted for myself for this year is really honing in on that stableness. I just really want to have stability, and I really want it to be in the form of longevity. I don't want it to be very, temporary or very limiting. So I'm working on doing that. And I'm a very impatient person. I know some of y'all don't know that. But some of y'all do, because y'all been here long enough. I'm very impatient, and I get kind of like in my thoughts when things don't go how I want them to go. But that's why it's important just to believe and just trust in yourself that the goals and the visions and especially your dreams, like whatever you feel like, forget what anyone says. Like, that's something I had to really come to terms with. Older generations are not going to get why you want to be a content creator. Older generations is not going to understand why you want to be a fashion designer. If it doesn't look lucrative on paper, 9 times out of 10, people are not going to understand it. But at the end of the day, it's not up to them to understand. You don't have these visions, you don't have these dreams because you're bored. You have them because it feels like something that comes naturally to you. So if that is you, pursue that. Be smart though, but pursue it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some of us can risk it all and make it, but some of us may not. And you may fail a lot of times. How do you think we would have the Angela Bassett's or the Viola Davises or, the Denzel Washingtons? You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some failure. It's going to take some maybe not being in the right place until the right time. But what's destined for you will be destined for you. And no one and nothing can interfere with that, regardless of what time frame you have here. So I just wanted to highlight that. Like, don't get too down in the dumps to whereas you just stay there. You know what I mean? Because it's very easy to get stuck and to get lost there. Some things I also want to mention and touch on is just make sure you're taking good care of yourself, like getting your water in, being physical, sitting with nature. Even if you have allergies like me, go sit in the grass, go for a walk. Don't even use headphones. Don't even use your phone to listen to music. Listen to outside, clear your mind, sit outside. Even if you have a patio or a back porch or something, front porch, sit outside and just look at the sky for a few moments. Breathe in and breathe out. Just really hone in on life and kind of be present, because we get caught up in our everyday today and our responsibilities and bills and this, that, and the third, that we forget to just take a moment just to breathe in and out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just don't be so caught up in your head. And I'm not just telling y'all this just to have something to say. I'm literally telling y'all this because this is something I'm working on right actively now. So that was pretty much that. The stability, the mental calmness and clarity, and being patient with yourself. The next thing I'm going to touch on is what I discovered. I'm a very socialite person. I like to be social. I like to have friends. I like to have big friend groups. I like to feel connected to people. I feel like I'm really good at being there for folks. But it's I'm coming to understanding is that I can't serve people, or I can't be sufficient enough for people if I'm not liking where I'm standing. So I'm working on that now. And it's not necessarily trying to seclude myself or anything like that. But I just have to regain focus and do what I told myself my plan was. So, and not even just for materialistic things, just for inner self things. I want to have peace. I want to feel like I know I'm a good mom to my son, because obviously, but I want to, without a shadow of a doubt, feel confident in that. So that's what I'm going to do. So if there's anybody out there, if you need to talk to anyone, make sure you reach out to any hotlines if you're feeling any negative way, or if you feel like, someone's not, you don't have no one there. Get a therapist if that's what you feel like you need to do. Just keep going, keep trying, don't give up. Definitely comment down below what are some things you realized within this year or for a recent birthday if you had one, or what are some goals you have for your birthday if it's coming up. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope I see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. I'll be back. I'll be back. Dang.